What up, guys? Just a few more things I wanted to go over. I'm noticing a lot of bass players, the last thing they're using is their finger. They're not using much string crossing, and a lot of the stuff is sounding a little linear, Let's see, the difference between having and being able to use your pinky and making it just as strong as index, ring, whatever, is your ability to be able to pretty much go across the strings and pretty much string crossing as you're going across it. Now, good exercise for it. Let's check it out. Alright, so you want to be able to, keep practicing these type of, you can go learning your scales. I think they're the best way, especially if you're using minor, whichever, but major. But don't forsake this guy, because he's pretty important. Going through the exercises, I usually go, there's probably an exercise I learned years ago. I don't know who was it. I believe it was through one of the super licks. Can't even remember the guy's name, but it was a great technique for getting dexterity in your pin. I believe his name was Steve Gorenberg. That was the dude. You could check him out on YouTube. But this would be one. It's called the Killer. I used it for a long time. Don't use it anymore, but it did help my dexterity on my pinky. Okay, so this way. And forward, and now backwards. Okay, now what that'll do, it'll strengthen your pinky, and when it's time to play or really improvise and use your okay, so the pinky, let's not forget this guy. Try to use him as often as I can. You'll notice a lot of guys on their funk techniques, they're usually using their ring finger, and they're usually using the index. So basically what happens is you get caught up in. Pinky doesn't get much usage. So we want to try to be careful with that, because pinky is very important. Again, string crossing. Pinky again. Use them basically. A lot of improv is going to be what I use my pinky for. So if I don't, I find it crippling if I couldn't use it. Again, it's just left hand. Right hand technique, you can also isolate right hand picking, and this will also help tremendously. For instance, you got guys who are using two finger alternating. Okay, ring middle, pretty traditional. Okay, but now let's try to isolate using basically ring finger, and let's try to use index finger. Okay, so you may see these guys moving middle and pinky, but they will not be touching the strings. So you'd want to start by okay, so that would be these guys. Gotta cut that nail. You can hear him hitting against the strings. But again, very important. Now this will just be this is your ring finger and index. Now let's try basically using your index and pinky, okay, and isolating these two. Let's pay close attention. Two guys, okay? Can be difficult, but you know what? The kickbacks are amazing. There won't be anything you won't be able to play. These guys, unbeatable. The come in the slap. As you can see, I use them basically. All these guys. There's no limit. Make them familiar. Let you be the player of the bass. Don't let it play you. I see guys get towered by this instrument. They strap it on, the bass looks like it swallows them whole. My basses, they fear me, and that's the way it should be. When the bass sees you approaching, it should be like, oh my God, he's going to come and beat the heck out of me, and that's it. Because you know what? You are the master of this instrument, not it of you. So don't fear it, approach it, and beat the hell out of it, and get the best tones you can. Beat it, don't be afraid of it. Check y'all later.